everybody, it's Sean Murphy along with
Daniela Jukic.
And Rhonda Bird Parker.
And Rhonda Bird Parker. And it took a little longer. It's internet's getting real busy, so it didn't I haven't seen it yet on my page. So tonight what we wanted to talk about. Yes, I'm supposed to be live in all those places. There we are. There you are just now. And it's live, edit privacy, edit post. Hang on, here we go. Only me. It's for everybody in the public. And done. Save. There we go. Hey, everybody, it's Sean Murphy. And we wanted to talk a little bit about tonight. Here it is, November. The holiday season is right around the corner. Thanksgiving, whatever the scary boo, right? That one's over. What do you call that? Halloween. Halloween's over. Yes, it's just that crazy around here. And then Thanksgiving's coming and the holidays and Kwanzaa and everything's going to be happening. So we wanted to chat tonight a little bit about why is it that some days just seem to go by like in a blink of an eye. And then there's other days, scared the dogs out of the room on that one. Other days, it's just like, I thought it was 2:00. It's 9:30 in the morning. It's crazy. So as moms, right, with little kids, what's some of the ways that you deal with some of those issues, some of those challenges? We'll go to Ohio first since they can never seem to figure out who should go first. We're going to go to Ohio first. Daniela, what are some of the things that you have a conversation about? How do you work on that scenario?
Well, Sean, I think it has a lot to do with state. And it has a lot to do with how you're feeling, and it has a lot to do with how what it is that you're doing throughout your day, I guess, if that makes sense of what I'm trying to say. If you're sitting there like it's gloomy outside and you're being gloomy at home, of course your day's going to drag on. It's not going to be this exciting thing. But if you're sitting there and you got your kids home, you put some music on, you dance with your children, you clean your house, you do your laundry, you do your you do your stuff. I have enough energy to do all that. Yes, I sure do. And by the time you're done with that, you're like, oh my God, it's already like 4:00. What do you mean? And time flies. I always say time flies when you're having fun. So I'm trying to make the best out of the day throughout the day. And that's how you get your time to go by.
Well, the key is, again, so we talk about it in our Secret Sauce Academy, right? Everybody's talking about the how. But what you just talked about is the state. Not even the story. The state, how you feel, how you show up. We've got an interview that's coming Saturday with Mitzi Perdue, right? And so Mitzi Perdue talks about how to be up in some downtime. So you may want to check us out this Saturday, right? Daily Awakening Sean and .com, and you'll get your seat there. Rhonda, how do you deal with some of the issues of when that day doesn't seem to be going so quick, or you've got a little frustrating day going on? Not that ever happens.
No. That never happens to me. I live in a utopian society. Do you want me to answer before I change my state or after I change my state?
Well, what do you do? Okay, so before you're in that state, we wind up slipping down that slippery hill and we wind up there. So you got there, something talked you out of your joy, right? We talk on the morning calls, joy or misery. Something talked you out of your joy. And then how do you get back your joy? How do you get back to that state?
Okay, so after I've probably thrown a fit or wanted to throw a dish or something crazy, because I tend to think of violence when I get mad and frustrated. After I repent and say a prayer, and my little girl walks up to me and goes, hey, mom, you want to know what I do whenever I get frustrated or I get upset? I sing. You want to sing? Mom, you should just stay happy. Let's sing. Mom, let's sing. So I started singing. And as I sing, she gets tickled and I get tickled and we begin to dance. And everything just miraculously changes. And I don't know, everything around, even though it's still messy, it seems happier. So it's getting your body to change completely. And I am lucky I have her to help me do that. If I'm alone, I'll do one of two things. So here's a really good behind the scenes. If I'm alone and I've had a crappy day, it's a frustrating day, I'm either going to do one of two things. And I've talked to Sean about this a dozen times. I'm either going to just jump in and go down in the hole as far as I can go, as fast as I can as possible, and just live it up in freaking misery. Just live it up. Or I'm going to catch myself really quickly and go, ooh, there was a hole I could have jumped down. I'm not going to do that. And we're going to step around it. So it's one of those two things, but whichever one it is, I try to do it to the extreme quickly and be done. So, how's that? Uh-oh, you're muted, my dear.
So here it is. The holiday seasons are coming up, and people are getting ready for the holidays, and they're starting to watch their pennies. They're starting to get a little nervous about, Christmas is right around the corner and all of that stuff, and buying stuff online, and just the busy hubbub of the holidays. What's some of the things that you guys are doing and we're doing to help those moms who kind of have to sometimes get burdened with all of the activities and paying the bills in January and all of that stuff? What's some of the things you guys are doing now?
Who's going first?
You are.
I am. Okay. First of all, I can't help but have a squirrel moment, because every time I look at you, under you, it says crush addiction. And I'm like, are you like my addicted crush? Like, what is that? I'm sitting here in my bathrobe, my PJs, and I keep staring at Sean. It says crush addiction. Oh, there you go. Addiction to approval. Oh, now it all makes sense. There you go. I was like, okay, you got two good-looking women on the screen, and you've got crush addiction written up under you. I'm like, that's pretty ballsy, but whatever.
You got some explaining to do.
Michelle. So what was the question? I got myself totally sidetracked.
So helping people through these trying times that are about to happen, and some may be perfectly positioned where they're at right now, and some are going, I should have done something in June. Whether that be for their health, whether that be, what are some health tips you could give, or some wealth ideas you could share?
Well, this time last year for me was right before I got this beautiful pink robe that I got on right now. And it was crazy. And I had started a journey that I had no idea where it was going to take me. Super uncomfortable doing everything I was doing, because, believe it or not, because a bunch of great things were happening in my life, and I wasn't used to great things happening to me. And there's a couple things that I did. One, I learned to just receive blessings. And it's amazing what will show up in front of you as you just begin to allow blessings for you to receive blessings. And the other thing I did is I started back in June of last year going on this crazy journey, and I began to change the supplements that I was taking. And I'm going to tell you, the holidays used to be my favorite time of year. I think life has happened, and they're fun with my daughter here. They're challenging though. As an adult, they're challenging for me, and it's hard to get through some of the hard times. I miss my grandparents. They were a big, huge factor in our holidays. I really, really, really miss them. And families don't always act right. I don't know about y'all, but we got some crazy all around. and it gets taxing, and you just want to do the, why can't everybody just get along? And it doesn't happen. And last year was the first year that it didn't create bitterness inside of me going through the holidays. It didn't create frustration and me to want to hold on to grudges. And I think a lot of that, I know a lot of that has to do with I was more balanced inside, and the supplements I take help with that. And Danielle is going to be able to amen this in a heartbeat, because she did I don't know if you want to call it a smart experiment or not, but she did an experiment on herself to figure out if this was legit, what she was doing or not. But I know last year I had more self-control. There's 9 fruits of the Holy Spirit, and the last one, self-control, because it's challenging. I had more self-control, and I had less emotional ups and downs. So that led to less emotional eating. And quite honestly, y'all, I lost weight through the holidays. And I ate everything I wanted. I had an edge that kept me from overeating anything. But I got to taste and sample and eat everything I wanted, completely full. But I think what sticks out to me more than anything was the feeling of being balanced. No matter what came at me, because there's going to be crazy. Everybody's got one of them family members that you're like, I don't know where they came from. We all got some crazy running around. And I was more balanced. And it didn't yank my joy away. So I started that in June. My mother started it in like September. And we both still lost weight through the holidays and stayed level. So I don't know. Danielle, you can speak to that, because what did you do a couple weeks ago there, dear sister?
It wasn't even a couple weeks ago. It was last week.
What happened to you?
So we were like I ended my month, and like Kevin only had like a week left of his supplements. I was like, I'm not gonna rob him of his. Like, mine are just about to be here. Like, it's all good. I can deal with a couple days of not taking them. Well, once they got there, so Kevin goes, I kind of have to censor this, you guys, because we're live. We're live on social media. So Kevin goes, do you plan on taking your supplements? I said, yeah, why? He goes, well, you've been acting kind of bleep, 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 bleep. And I was like, what? He goes, yeah. He goes, you should just go back on them. He goes, you're a lot nicer. I was like, oh, okay. Thanks for being honest. Sleep with your eyes open.
You're muted, Sean.
You're muted. I didn't hear you.
And arrangements for Kevin are being made right now.
Right.
That's what I
send flowers to this address. I'll let you guys know what it is. Right. And it's like, and that was what, 4 days of not taking them. And I thought, I was like, oh, I'm fine, but the balance that it keeps, that at least does for me.
Yeah, me too.
Is tremendous. It really is. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. There's like, it's almost a woman being on her, for like the whole entire month.
When you're not taking them.
Yeah. Times 6 when you're not taking them. And you're just
the other aspect, not just the mental, but the other aspect for me was, I listened to Scott Schilling at a U+1 event that he and Sean had. And he said this statement, and it resonated with me, and it just keeps ringing through my ears. He and Sean both said it over and over and over again. And it was, what you do now will pay you in 6 to 9 months.
Mm-hmm.
And I really started sharing my story and letting people see that I had made a health change and I was actually able to drop some weight off of my body. I started showing that in September, October, November-ish. So September, I took my first before and after picture. September, October, November, December, January, and February. January and February I started having profitable months with commas. And I was like, wait a second. All I've done is get healthy and share my story and share some before and after pictures. And it felt good to be able to go, the little gift I got Rick for Christmas, I can actually pay that. I can pay, and I know it's all our money. I get it, blah, 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 whatever. It's really nice to be able to put in the family budget some extra. And that oh, there I am. Oh, I see that picture now, Sean. And it's not the weight that I see, it's the emotional state that I see. On the left, I see a girl who's just smiling through it. Just please don't notice what's behind it. And on the right, my eyes look to me totally different.
I agree.
And there's like a calm and a peace. And I don't know, I feel like the picture on the right, you begin to see my essence instead of the confused, worried, frustrated, anxious, depressed, tired, bitter. You just see a difference. So it began to pay me exactly what they said in 6 to 9 months. And by 9 months, it was even better. So there's a lot of opportunity for moms. There's a lot of opportunity for anybody, for guys, for singles, for whoever. I mean, it just depends on what you want, who you want to circle with. So.
I mean, look at what's happening with us in the last just 24 hours.
Yeah, you're freaking on fire, girl. Oh my gosh, you're freaking amazing. I know. She's got to get restocked because she blew through supplies like on not even 24 hours.
And it's crazy because it's like people are finally like, hey, what is it? Hey, what is it? Let me get it. Let me get it. Let me get it. Let me get it. And I was like, okay. Here you go.
That's really awesome.
Like,
it's that easy too.
But here's the deal. It's that easy because it works.
Yeah.
It works. Yeah. It's not like I'm just...
You're hustling too, though.
I am, but I'm not. Does that make sense? Like, I am hustling, but I'm not. And like, it's almost... I don't even know if I can say this. I'm more oblivion to a lot of things. And I like keeping it that way because it seems to work for me. Does that make sense? Did I say that right?
Yeah. Yeah. You don't have to know everything.
Yeah.
You know it works for you. That's all you need to know. And that's enough. No, I think that's perfect. Yeah. I mean, that's exactly what I've told people. It worked for me. Here's how it worked. I don't know if it's going to work for you or not. Probably will. I mean, get a sample and see. Don't go all in until you know it does. I mean, good Lord, you don't go buy all of Walmart all at once. So there he is, the crush addiction to approval.
So there you go. You heard some moms have some conversations. You heard some business women have some conversations. And the key is there's only 24 hours in the day. And if it seems like it's dragging, it might be just that it just ain't fun. That should change. Mm-hmm. And I would encourage you to find some folks who are around you that this is all day long. This all day long. All day long. This is what I get. whether it's on a WhatsApp chat or any. So, but I love it. I love it. So, yeah, that was just live on 7 different channels we're on right now. So that's cool.
Awesome. Hey, wait a second.
Look
We're
at
on.
me.
Yeah. Wait, can you do this? There you go. See?
That was like
Talent.
a call of the wild. It was like it's not doing anything. Oh, back up! Whoa! So,
Wait, you said we're on 7 different channels?
yes.
Oh,
Okay.
well, you're gonna love us on 7 different ways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so shameless plug. If any of this craziness between these 2 bizarre women seemed enticing to you, listen up. We are releasing a podcast where 2 worlds collide.
You are not.
I am. Shameless plug. We're releasing a podcast, and it's walking with me and Daniela through, listen, we haven't quite made it. Like, we ain't rolling, we ain't balling yet, okay?
We will be.
But we're on our way. And if I've seen podcast after podcast after podcast of people that have made it, and they come back and they talk from where they are. If you dare watch 2 women walk on a journey, 2 mamas, total different world, East Texas and Bosnia, walk linked arms with a crazy Ohioan from, I don't know, selling corn off a hay wagon at 4 years old. We're going to, I don't even want to say it. We're going to let y'all watch us succeed and fail and succeed and fail all the way to the purpose that we know is inside of us and to the made it. So we're going to release a podcast. You can watch along. I'm hoping you'll have that kind of let's cheer for the underdog bit and really cheer us on. Because it's interesting the things we've already talked about. We've recorded some podcasts already. So I would say if you think, now listen, a lot of people that listen to me, let me give you a little warning over here. Little warning. That one over there, she talks a little different than I do, y'all. Just a little different. Your ears might just kind of shake a little. So it's the uncensored version of Daniela. And all the people that are used to listening to her, listen, I don't say those things. So don't make fun of me for not saying them. Okay. So it's going to be 2 total different audiences. And I'm going to tell you, put your seatbelt on before you push play on our podcast. So it's going to be real, going to be raw. So shameless plug. Thank you, Sean.
Yeah. An FYI, we just want to make sure that we let you know before you click the play button. You're like, oh, did that just happen?
Let's just put it this way. On YouTube, they have a little button that says appropriate for children. They're not clicking that button.
Yep.
They are not clicking that button.
Don't click that button.
So
Thank
I
you.
appreciate you. We love you tons. I hope you have an amazing it's still Monday, right?
Yeah.
I hope you have an amazing Monday. If you'd like to join us on our morning calls are pretty cool. We've got some amazing folks coming up. We've got Mitzi Perdue coming up, the wife of Frank Perdue. He's now passed, the widow of Frank Perdue. Her father was the co-founder of the Sheraton Hotels. The following that Wednesday coming up next on the 11th, we got Mark Victor Hansen and Crystal Dwyer Hansen. I've been watching some of the interviews that some other people have done. I'm not sure if they're going to be ready for the questions I'm going to ask them, but I'm going to ask them these questions, and it's going to be a lot of fun. She grew up on a farm, 9 kids, 9 brothers and sisters. So it's going to be kind of cool. So I'm excited about it. I'm your head misfit on this conversation. The hat says it, so I got to have that's my authority. It's like a captain. I'm here. I'll look forward to seeing you at the next event. So from me, along with,
if you got a heartbeat, you got a purpose. It's Rhonda Bird Parker.
And Daniela Jukic, and we'll see you guys later.
Join us on the gratitude call, gratitude with Danny, DANI.com. We'll see y'all where?
At the next
At the
event.
next event.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.